So my name is Allie and welcome to my channel, and today I figured I would talk about some of my non-bookish favorites of 2018. So like anyone, I have more interest than just books, and there were a lot of things I really loved this year that I specifically kind of discovered or used a lot of this year. So starting off with TV shows, one of my new favorites has been Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and I have absolutely fell in love with this show. It is so good. The creator is Rachel Bloom, and she is so funny, and basically the show is about this girl named Rebecca, and she has been in love with this one guy from summer camp back in high school for like ever. So when her life is kind of going into a standstill with her job and her life in New York, she runs into Josh again, and then she decides to move all the way over to West Covina in California, and that's kind of where the whole story begins. And it's a musical TV show, which makes it even that much better. Because if you know me, you know I love musicals and I love just like anything having to do with musical theater, so this is kind of like the perfect show for me, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to finally watch it because it is in its 4th season, so I feel like I probably should have been watching it from day one, but I'm not much of a TV person. I like to marathon watch shows. I don't like to keep up with them, but I've been really good about keeping up with this one as of like recently. But the unfortunate thing is that it's going to be ending soon, so I kind of got into it at like the wrong time, but it's okay because at least I get to experience the end half of the show as it's happening, so that's really exciting, and I absolutely love the show so much. I love the character of Rebecca. She is just so interesting, and I really love the way that they talk about mental health in this show because it's just like they do it in such a fun and accessible way. It doesn't feel too serious. Like there are definitely a lot of serious aspects of this show and serious parts, but at the same time it's kind of talked about as something that isn't too serious and doesn't have to be like, you know, something that's like so heavy and insurmountable. And I also really love the LGBTQ plus representation in this show. Like there is a bisexual character, and there's a song that's called Getting By, and it's like talking all about bisexuality. I don't think it gets everything right, but it shows that there's like some thought put into it, instead of just being like, this character's bisexual and that's it, you know? So I really like the way that it handled it. I don't think it was perfect, but you know, not all representation is going to be perfect. It's a step in the right direction, and I really appreciate it. And I really like that there's not just like one token LGBTQ plus character. There are multiple LGBTQ plus characters, which is really awesome. So I feel like in a lot of shows there's always that like one token character and then that's it. But we actually have like a bunch of different people that do fall somewhere into those categories, and so I really love that about this show. It's just so good. I could literally talk about Crazy Ex-Girlfriend the entire video, but I'm gonna stop there. It's just so good. Please watch it. Just so good. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's on Netflix, so if you have Netflix you can just go marathon it really fast, and it's coming back in January, so yes. Another show I really enjoyed this year has been the season 2 of Anne with an E, and that is based on Anne of Green Gables, and oh my gosh, I love this show so much. Another show with really good queer representation, and I just absolutely love this show. It was just really funny because I don't really like the book. Like it's not that I've ever actually read the book to see like whether I like it or not. It's just I've never actually been able to get into the book, so but I really enjoy the show, and I think it's done so beautifully, and I cannot wait for season 3. It's just gonna be so good. Another show I really got into this year has been Kim's Convenience, which is also on Netflix. All these shows are on Netflix, but I've really enjoyed that show. I marathoned that so hard this year. It was just so good. It's basically about this Korean family, and they own a convenience store, and it's just so funny and so good and wholesome and pure, and I love it. And yeah, so I've really enjoyed that show. If you have any recommendations for shows that are on Netflix, just let me know, because I do want to get into more shows, but I'm kind of picky with the shows that I watch because I'm not much of a television person, so Yeah. And for movies, I think the most obvious favorite for me has been Mamma Mia 2, or Mamma Mia Here We Go Again. And that movie came out this year and I went to go see it twice in the movie theater and it was absolutely amazing. Was it twice or 3 times? I honestly can't remember, but I remember every time I went, I was like having a breakdown. So I just like had to go, and I just always felt better watching that movie, and like, you know, it's just so good. I freaking love Mamma Mia 2. So good. Like, it made me fall in love with ABBA's music. Like, I actually probably listened to ABBA more than I listen to the Mamma Mia soundtrack now, because I just love ABBA and I just love their music, and it's just so good and pure and sweet, and I love it. But then I also watched Mamma Mia, like the first movie, for the second time like in 10 years. I remember I watched it back in like 8th grade for the first time and I was like, meh. And then I watched it again this year, just like before I went to go see the movie, and my mind was freaking blown. I'm like, how did I not love this back in middle school? Like, I liked musicals back in middle school. It wasn't like a I don't like musicals thing. I like loved musicals. So I don't know how I didn't like that movie. I don't know. It was so, I don't know. I cannot reason with like 12 or 13-year-old Allie. She was on some other level that I cannot access anymore. So I don't know why I didn't like it back then, but I love it now. So I think that's like the only important thing that matters. So yeah, I really enjoyed Mamma Mia Here We Go Again. And then I also really enjoyed Black Panther. I saw that this year, and I also saw Bohemian Rhapsody, which I really enjoyed. So those are kind of like 2 of my honorable mentions for movies, but I'm not much of a movie person either. So yeah, I really enjoyed those 3 movies. I'm trying to think of any other movie that I went to go see this year, and I don't think that I saw any other movie. I just recently saw Solo, which I really enjoyed, and I wish I had seen that one in the movie theater, but I didn't have the money when it was in the theater. So yeah, that's why I didn't go see it. But yeah, I liked those ones. Also love Simon, also To All the Boys I've Loved Before, also Dumplin'. So yeah, I also didn't see Love, Simon in the movie theater either. So now on to music. I've really listened to like 3 new people, at least new for me this year, and they've all been country, and that's been Casey Musgraves, Kelsey Ballerini, and Maren Morris. And I have absolutely fallen in love with their music this year, especially Casey Musgraves. Like, she has been one of my new favorites this year. I absolutely love her new album, and all of her songs on that album are so good, like Slow Burn, Happy and Sad, Velvet Elvis is like stuck in my head all the time. Also Kelsey Ballerini, I love all of the songs on that album as well, like Roses is like one of my all-time favorite songs. And then Maren Morris is really good. I Could Use a Love Song, that's one of my favorite songs off of that album. And yeah, I've really enjoyed getting back into country this year, especially like female country artists. I'm not a huge fan of male country artists. I don't think that their songs are as good, and a lot of them are just kind of like the same thing over and over again. So I don't really listen to a lot of male country artists, but I love female country artists. I think they're absolutely phenomenal, and I think those 3 that I mentioned are like at the very top tier of country right now. Just so good. Also, Vance Joy's new album has been really good this year. I'm trying to think of any other like new music that came out this year that I'm like in love with. Ariana Grande's new album was so good. I was still in love with Reputation by Taylor Swift, so yeah, I think Thank You Next is kind of like a really good mention for this kind of video. Definitely a big favorite of mine. Overall, I feel like this has kind of been a so-so year for new music, at least for me. But I have found some really great artists this year, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm hoping that next year will be an even better music year, because this year felt kind of in between, and I felt like last year was really good, this year feels in between, so I'm hoping that next year's like really amazing, like top tier, freaking amazing. And I think the last non-bookish things that I want to mention for this video are like my makeup favorites. And the first one has been the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles from Maybelline, and this is a concealer, and it is just so good. I have been using this for years, and I like kind of stopped using it last year, and then I just got back into it this year, so I figured it's a good one to put on my favorites, and I love this thing so much. It's just like my favorite concealer, and it's such an easy applicator, and I love it. I just think it looks good. Another favorite has been like kind of an old favorite of mine, but I just got back into it this year again. And this is the Superhero Mascara from It Cosmetics. And I love this mascara so much. This is what the wand applicator looks like that. And I love this mascara so much. It lengthens, it separates, it gives you some volume. I think it does basically everything that you could want in a mascara. And I love it so much. I really want to get a full size of this one, but I just got, you know, like the little travel size, which is fine. It works. It's a good size. So yeah, I absolutely love this mascara. The next thing is kind of funny. It's like I've never really been a fan of this kind of product, but this year, I think it looks really good on me. I just got into it for some reason, and that is lip gloss. Like, I am not normally a lip gloss person. I am definitely more of like a matte lipstick kind of person. But look at this. So cute. I absolutely love this lip gloss. This is the Butter Gloss from NYX, and this is in the color Ginger Snap. Really pretty color. And I have it on right now. And I love it, so this has definitely been kind of like an out of left field favorite. And my last favorite for this year has been the CoverGirl BB cream. This is a clean matte BB cream in medium, and I really, really love it. I do feel like it's a little light for my skin tone, but I like it a lot. I think it's really pretty, and it's a nice consistency. I was looking for something that wasn't too thick, that wasn't gonna be like too heavily weighted on my face, and I wanted something that was just gonna look really natural. So I really like this one, and I really like that CoverGirl is now cruelty-free, which is good. And yeah, so I've been really enjoying this BB cream. I'm glad that I got 2 bottles of it when it was like buy one get one half off. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Okay, so those were all of my non-bookish favorites for 2018. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And in the comments down below, let me know some of your non-bookish favorites for 2018. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!